Little cloud baby, drifting in my arms so slow. You got crumbs on your pajamas from the late night cereal show. Sleepy little stoner baby, laughing at the ceiling fan. Eyes half open, mumbling maybe like you got a secret plan. Hum your tiny hazy melody, curl up in this cotton sky. Stoner baby, mellow lullaby, mellow lullaby. Cartoons humming low, glow paint stars on the wall. You kick off one small sneaker, say you're busy doing nothing at all. Hey, sleepy little stoner baby, laughing at the ceiling fan. Eyes half open, mumbling maybe like you got a secret plan. Hum your tiny hazy melody, curl up in this cotton sky. Stoner baby, mellow lullaby, mellow lullaby. Breathe in, count the colors in your head. Breathe out slow, ride that rainbow into bed. Ooh yeah, yeah, ooh yeah. Sleepy little stoner baby, laughing at the ceiling fan. Eyes half open, mumbling maybe like you got a secret plan. Hum your tiny hazy melody, curl up in this cotton sky. Stoner baby, mellow lullaby, mellow lullaby, mellow lullaby.
Hello. Today, so I was absent yesterday. I kind of had a bad day. Wasn't feeling good. My potassium was high. I was getting Charlie horses all day and just kind of took the day off. I hope you guys all had a wonderful Valentine's Day. This fucking weed kills me. I gotta quit. Today I noticed that Jodie's been making videos again after her such long break. I've had a chance to listen to a few of them, but not thoroughly. So I thought it would be fun to listen through. The one I want to listen through the most where did you go? This is a 9-hour live Jodi did the other day. It's certain a squall inserted in a storm that concerns me currently. Let's all dance. So I figured Jodi wants to dance. We can all dance. Let's listen to it since it's about Squall. Now, she does go on to review somebody's video. I skipped through, had it on 4x, recorded it in case she tried to take it down because Jodi does this thing where she'll come live in the middle of the night and then take it down so nobody can see it. So she's talking to herself. However, she didn't take these down. We're going to do, this is the one she did in the middle. I just want to listen for a little bit. I don't know where I'm going today. I didn't have no content planned. I figured Jodi stay accusing me of wearing her skin, which is what she does in this one we're going to share. So I decided to name my video today, We're Going to Wear Jodie's Skin. A question, a Lorianne, a Deb, thank you for being here. All right. Let's turn this on and see what she has to say about Squall and Scott and all the people that have truly done her wrong, but
yet, or they're not too far into things, but they're starting to see, and warning signs and that type of thing. Circuit or whoever's behind those particular things posted online very early that are all, well, dead on really named after all the things that thing was built.
Down in Chris Cross.
Except shining apple butter correctly. It's just my eyes will come out of it, right? It's irking me. And I meant to change over today. I did not. Anyway. So obviously I'm here, right? Ta-da! I'm late. Could not help that. Real life things, yada yada. Anyway.
she's late. She disappeared for like a month. Who did you announce you were going to be here with? Like, how do we know what time you're coming on? You don't announce it. You're not here every day to schedule time, but she's late. She's late. You're late to the game, Jodi. You're late.
I am. Yeah.
She just took her toxic poop.
There's been I don't know. Where do you begin, right?
How about where summer?
Where do you begin? It's always sort of a question, isn't it? I think tonight, right?
We're gonna speed her up.
I'm just well, tool bags and started bastards, monsters, creepy things. Is it just for years and years now? Just can't stop their bullshit. My goddamn, they all try hard, don't they? For one reason or the other, ain't none of them ever good. But for the love of pity, it's not like fucking eat off into the sun for all I give a shit. But
into the moon, into the ocean, eat off.
Yeah, I'm just so, but I am every day. Applies. Has for years now. Decades even in some cases. Anyway, tonight though, I gotta ask this side, right? And I don't mean online. I don't mean whatever. I mean this side of a particular area.
So I noticed,
and maybe
and I think it's this one where she's talking about some things are lining up. Now, I don't think what she's reviewing later on means anything or even coexists with what she's speaking about at the beginning of her lives. Jodi will do that. She'll talk about something and then she'll go start to reviewing something that has nothing to do with what she was talking about. It's a very big tactic that Jodi does to cause confusion, in my opinion. But what you're going to hear here is I can't remember it all. I was half alive yesterday while listening to this. But She's talking about the locals and things that connect to things of people have been saying. She may be referencing some things I'm saying, some things others are saying, but I think we should try to decode it a little bit. She's leaving her lives up for us, and she's back. She wants us to wear her skin again, so we're gonna do it.
Even the world. Does this seem weird to anyone else? That a certain particular character inserted the hell into everything extraordinarily early on, picked something of similar variety, pegged the shit out of it incessantly, shifted the whole world's focus to similar things. Sounded the same, all the things are like, anybody find that odd now? I find it fucking odd. Something's not sitting on my guts currently.
Jodi, nobody knows exactly who you're talking to. How can anybody find something you want them to find odd? Odd if nobody knows the name of the human you're speaking of. But you did label this Squall, so we're going to go with Squall. Hey, Twister, I've been asking where you been. Have you been okay? I did a couple lives I was hoping you would be around for. Yeah, word salad, Deb, you're right. Hey, Bella. All right.
It's just not. It's just not. So, like, dear one holler, do you now find it even funnier?
Glad you're okay.
Something inserted, made sure even long before the public or others or anything, like, made sure to start feeding out bullshit into Ben Hill, and then, beyond online to like Target. Seems like, no, doesn't seem like was, but is. And then in comparison with now,
Good. I was worried.
what's current? I find it hella funny. Hella straight.
Yes, Bella. And before I get off of here, I want to go over some websites that I had found with the Epstein stuff. So we're not going to forget that today. So hold on to your thoughts about Epstein. Maybe we could go find it if you know where it's at. I got these two sites that I found. One's all videos. It's, I guess somebody used AI or something to take the Epstein files apart. One is called J Photos. And what they did was they made a Google Drive out of all of the Epstein stuff so that it's really easy to find. I'm still maneuvering my way around it and trying to learn it because I'm going to cover it. We're going to get there. I'm really curious. The part right now that I'm really invested in, that I'm looking at, is these babies that apparently they birthed. Where did these babies go? Yeah, I know. I seen. Oh, I didn't see the interview, but I know she's out. He's out there. We're gonna find him. We'll go find all that as I dig into it. All right, and Twister, I'm glad you're okay. I was truly worried. You had me scared because, you know, it's a mad world.
Strange, especially when that thing was trying to raise, I don't know, weird ass marathons, particular 50K reward. Yeah, all the things, right? Scripted by the
Oh,
length of, piece of, broken, shattered mind shit. Facebook posts accidentally caught under certain things at certain times, all similar varieties and names and things. Looks like this tragedy event circuit of whoever's behind those particular things posted online very early.
I told you. I sent it to you. You're just now looking at it, Jodi. So I guess she's talking about chicken on a stick. She must have watched my live from a few days ago. I covered this Squall's Facebook group and what was in it and what I had sent Jodi. So I'm going to I'm assuming that that's what Jodi is referencing right now is the chicken on a stick, the Luke, Cool Hand Luke, and all those that have been out here behind the scenes playing games since very early on in Summer's case. I'll help you all decode the best I can what I think she's saying. We're back in Jodi language.
They're all, well, dead on really named after all the things that thing was building. I find it odd. And the storyline continues to go the exact same as was written. Ain't that something? Oh, and then let's not forget, shall we, that it was the first out of the fucking gates, essentially, targeting and hammering the fuck down on certain witnesses, certain people, trying to make people look like shit they weren't. Damn sure part of blackmail cycles, huh? Trying to get info from, well, many of us, I guess, but a few of us in particular.
That would be Squall. So she's definitely talking about Squall now. I was also recently talking about Squall going up on the hill, being on the phone with Prayer Garden. Jodi's listening.
Amounts kept circling that thing, but they go all the way back to right after Summer vanished. And the first person I ever heard mention any such thing close to those amounts, and that was Fred fucking Hill. I also find it weird which directions Fred physically pointed for certain things, as he spewed all the narratives and things that exist online and otherwise. All the shit you all believe. That motherfucker was the first place hurting. First days, weeks. But it all comes back to which physical direction he was pointing several times. With certain things said in person, eye to eye. You know, problem is the insertion. Tragedy pimps. No, you know. Old Freddy boy, he's right. He's a key for sure. No, he is. Whether anybody wants to pay attention to it or not. Just miss it all you like. See, there's a couple fuck sticks in all this. That fuck stick is one of them. Is he a goddamn liar? Good? No, fucking yeah. He's Fred. Told y'all again. Fred. Fred speaks weird. Fred is Fred. We told you, but what'd you say? So is he can build a fucking empire for underwear. We don't know what else. Right? Because that bitch will fuck anything. Do whatever for a buck. If you want to miss, just build like this. Should use that bastard until he's all used up. Meet him off somewhere. Set him hold the fuck up. Do all kinds of shit. Script him into the fucking storyline. That motherfucker. He's way out of his league. He thinks he's on it. He ain't. I've been saying that too. Anyway, it's fine. It's all fine, right?
Script.
There are little pieces here and there. Especially some in the last few days. A couple of y'all playing. They're in it. And there are things I'd never even heard. Because I really genuinely try not to listen to the others. Including the fucking chuckle fuck. Meth monkey bastard there. But there are a few things I never heard. Because I really try not to listen to the motherfuckers. Especially after full contamination occurred. Still is. Scripting, money flow, all the dirty bastards doing all the dirty shit for all the dirty ass reasons. But there are pieces little bits that you all, like always, that you all don't know you hold. Even from Chuckle Fox sticks there, right?
Who is she referencing? There are pieces. Let me go back and listen to that. This is the shit I talk about with Jodi.
What? You want to miss just built like it. Circular papers behind those particular things posted online very early. That are all, well, they don't really named after all the things that thing was building. I find it odd. And the storyline continues to go the exact same as was written. Ain't that something?
Written?
Oh, and then let's not forget.
Who wrote a
Let's not forget,
storyline?
shall we? That it was the first out of the fucking gates, essentially.
Went back
Targeting and hammering the fuck down on certain witnesses, certain people. Trying to make people
Squall.
they weren't. Damn sure part of blackmail cycles, huh? Trying to get info from, well, many of us, I guess, but a few of us in particular. Amounts kept circling that thing, but they go all the way back to right after Summer vanished. And the first person I ever heard mention any such thing close to those amounts, and that was Fred fucking Hill.
Amounts?
I also find it weird which directions Fred physically pointed for certain things.
So now she's talking cash amounts. Somebody in the community, not on YouTube, up on the hill, who inserted themselves, Squall, with the blackmail, Squall. What does, I don't know, they were at that time, Dawn was accusing Fred. Jodi's been saying for years there's a script writer. She agrees with Ziggy when it comes to they were making a Netflix docuseries or something like that. But now she's saying amounts. Like somebody was offered money for doing this or somebody owed money. Jodi, you got to quit talking in these riddles. People, this can go any way, and this is what causes the speculation. People want to ask, is this money owed or is this money for a script? What is this? What are you talking about? Let's continue listening and see if we can figure it out.
As he spewed all the narratives and things that exist online and otherwise. All the shit you all believe. That motherfucker was the first place hurting. First days, weeks. But it all comes back to which physical direction he was pointing several times. With certain things said in person, eye to eye.
See, this is where we're going to speculate. Where was Fred pointing? So, you talked about something I recently covered since you're paying attention was the girl in the mountains. We talked about Karen Renfro, Glenda Head. Those would be the things that are coming up now because everybody else is talking about Nancy Guthrie and Ernie and Tiffany. I'm the only one out here talking about this stuff. So that tells me that you're paying attention. So now why don't you tell us which direction to look, Jodi, so that we can help you in doing so instead of fucking causing confusion. We don't want to speculate.
You know, problem is the insertion. Tragedy pimps. No, you know. Old Freddy boy, he's right. He's a key for sure. No, he is. Whether anybody wants to pay attention to it or not. Dismiss it all you like. See, there's a couple fuck sticks in all this. That fuck stick is one of them. Is he a goddamn liar? Good? No, fucking yeah. He's Fred. Told y'all again. Fred's Fred. Fred's big weird. Fred is Fred. We told you, but what'd you say? So Ziggy can build a fucking empire for underwear. We don't know what else, right? Because that bitch will fuck anything. Do whatever for a buck. Kill 1 minute, just built that gift. Should use that bastard until he's all used up and get him off somewhere. Set him hold the fuck up, do all kinds of shit. Script him into the fucking storyline. That motherfucker, he's way out of his league. He thinks he's gonna. He ain't. Been saying that too.
Something I agree with. Putting Fred into the storyline, somebody setting Fred up. I agree Fred's being set up. I also think Ziggy's handling Fred. I think it's a possibility Ziggy's handling Fred for his sister. I don't know what the fuck the situation is over here, but the shit's weird as fuck. And now she's over there with her puss face on the Hearthstone, the most boring fucking game on the earth. Still running her chat bot and the fucking shit. Don't nobody want to watch your shit, Ziggy. Don't nobody want to watch your shit. We want answers for Summer. That's why you came here, to exploit this little girl, marry somebody in her fucking neighborhood. You're not going to go AWOL on us now, playing this stupid fucking game, acting like you ain't going to talk about the show, right? You'll only talk about it when Tiffany Marie's around because that's when you have the fucking balls. You always need a cover. I agree with Jodi here. I'm not muted, Lorianne. Turn your volume up. Can everybody hear me? Hey, we. Lorianne, Bella. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, something, Darlene.
Anyway, it's fine. It's all fine, right? There are little pieces here and there, especially some in the last few days, a couple of y'all playing. They're in it. They're in it. And there are things I'd never even heard. Because I really genuinely try not to listen to the others. Including the fucking chucklefuck. Meth monkey bastard there. But there are a few things I'd never heard. Because I really try not to listen to the motherfuckers, especially after full contamination occurred. Still is. Scraping, money flow, all the dirty bastards doing all the dirty shit for all the dirty ass reasons.
It's okay, Lorianne.
But there are pieces, little bits that you all, like always, that you all don't know you hold. Even from Chuckle Fuck Stick there.
There are pieces that I know that you all don't know you hold. What are those pieces then, Jodi? Say it or call TBI. Why do we got to sit here and wonder what these pieces are? Is it going to find Summer? What are these pieces? This right here causing speculation is not going to find Summer. Making people wonder what these pieces are is not going to find Summer. You're out here baiting us. You're throwing us a cookie so that we grab. What are the pieces, Jodi? Let's put our heads together and figure it out. Tell Fred and Ziggy, put your head together. If you don't think Fred's guilty of anything and it's a script, ask Ziggy and Fred to work with you to put the pieces together.
That some of us within the community can hear just fine, have further receipts to go with, put it together in ways that you all can never do. We know things far beyond you all. But they're there. They're laying there. Problem is, after y'all's insertion, right? Why? Everything then becomes a further why. Everything.
What? Because we did this and you hold the pieces, they can't find Summer. But if you know how to unconfuse something, wouldn't you be the one to go to TBI and unconfuse it so that they know what the true pieces are so that they can get the baby? Because, Jodi, all you're doing is admitting guilt and that you know something. That you know where Summer is by saying things like this. This is why people look at you as if you're guilty, because it sounds like you're guilty. You hold the pieces. You know things. Only you can untangle them. But because of people's insertion, so why wouldn't you go untangle the fucking insertion? Call TBI. Tell them where Summer is. To me, it sounds like you know. Since you hold all the pieces.
It isn't just like if this shit, this contamination didn't exist, right? We just have to pick it up and look at it, listen to it, whatever. As we always have throughout the decades of our life around here. We know and be like, and it's you know how certain things operate, function, are, etc. Right? You know already how shadowy things can be. The dance moves, right? Problem is, for all the years, is you all contaminate the fuck out of it. We can't simply go this, right? Is this normal shadow work or is this, right? We always have to go, well, what level of tragedy, contamination is this? Does it apply here?
Jodi, just like me covering this case and finding out that my life is my life, your life is your life. Nobody on YouTube that don't know these people around you and surrounding you can contaminate what's been going on for decades in your area where you live with your locals that you're talking about, since this has gone on for decades and we're contaminating it. Maybe what's going on is we're bringing things out you don't want people to hear. You're contaminating it by holding secrets.
Is it another one doing shadow work through and using this group 4? Is this perpetrator using this realm? Not guilty party? Is this the group trying to get more shit from? Is this the goddamn tool bag of McDonough and so many goddamn stupid ass web sleuths? Is this something to do with
Agree.
good law enforcement and feds and others in some way trying to get answers? Which is it, right?
I agree with her there.
That's what your all's contamination. That's what your insertion is. It's what a whole abundance of shadow shit.
But if you know exactly what it is, then you need to go exactly to TBI and tell them exactly what it is. Don't you think? Why would you sit on something while out here baiting us? Is what it is my cousins? Your cousins. Jodi. Hold on. Up, hold on, Keon. I'm live. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna let Jodi play. I was gonna go play my cousin's band Last Protocol, but we'll just let her play. Give me 1 minute. You can come in.
Well, it's this exact same group that's been making its way through so many cases, lives, communities, law enforcement, courts, tampering for eons, and continues to do so, as you can see in the Guthrie situation. What's up to any of them, or you all know, right? People ask you, like, well, why would these people be doing that for it? Bro, do you know what's in it for these people to gain? Yeah, millions, clout, book deals, movies, blah, 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 blah. The rest of it, that's what's in it. A whole bunch of actual criminal shit occurring. Crypto movements, political movement, all the fuck shit. Dirty, dirty fucking shit. Right? This realm, if you pay close attention, hell, you ain't even got to do that, really. It's becoming known to do the dirty work. of perpetrators. It's not hard for a perpetrator or guilty or anything else to pick up real quick that they can use this realm. Defense attorneys, shit like that, are doing it too. It's pretty goddamn apparent. And it ain't a joke. It's not some sort of ludicrous thing. It's not crazy. It's real, in fact. We all watched a couple cases that I can name. I've watched.
Do you guys mind if I go back? Earl, he brought the baby. I'm going to go downstairs and see the baby when I get a chance. He got Haley's baby here, too. I seen Haley's. They're so cute. They all scattered like rats. Lorianne, did she say contaminated? Laugh out loud. How about that? I know. I can't wait. I didn't see the baby yet. He's downstairs. My son's friend had a baby. We're in awe. All right. I'm going to go back a second here.
Where is this? Right. We always have to go, well, what level of tragedy, pimp contamination is this? Does it apply here? Is it another one doing shadow work through and using this group 4? Is this perpetrator using this realm? Not guilty party? Is this the group trying to get more shit from? Is this the goddamn tool bag of McDonough and so many goddamn stupid ass web sleuths? Is this something to do with good law enforcement and feds and others in some way trying to get answers? Which is it, right? That's what your else contamination. That's what your insertion does. It's what a whole abundance of shadow shit. Well, it's this exact same group that's been making its way through so many cases, lives, communities, law enforcement, courts, tampered anything for eons, and continues to do so, as you can see in the Guthrie situation. What's like any of them? Are you all over it? People ask you, like, well, why would these people be doing that for it? Bro, do you know what's in it for these people to gain? Yeah, millions, clout, book deals, movies, blah, 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 blah. The rest of it, that's what's in it. A whole bunch of actual criminal shit occurring. Crypto movements, political movement, all the fuck shit. Dirty, dirty fucking shit. Right.
So you're accusing a YouTube creator of writing the Bitcoin letters for Nancy Guthrie, Jodi, JLR, and Dolly. They're the only two out there. Planet Popcorn went out yesterday. They haven't caused no havoc. The news reporters have been coming up to them and thanking them for their coverage, borrowing some of it. Dolly's seen some really sick shit. I feel for him. Although I don't like how he came out in a promo for a brand new car. You're right about them making money, but that's what YouTube's about. That's what Entertainment Tonight's about. That's what TMZ's about, where they got the letters for the crypto, Jodi. The Inquirer. Every gossip magazine. When you were a teenager, did you ever read 17? Did you read Tiger Beat? You're a little younger than me. They had posters and gossip columns like "We're made in America." It is propaganda, but it's something many follow. Do you know John Walsh? His son was beheaded and thrown into a bay. And he started America's Most Wanted. And don't get me wrong, he's a douchewad too because of what he did to his daughter. I don't think he should be doing that, but that's family disputes. He still posted Summer's picture up there, right? JLR covered that. Jodi was my first sus after you said we gathered SD cards for Allie and hid them. And somebody broke into her trailer and stole them. And she no longer has them, and she didn't give them to Ellie ever. Ellie never had a hand on these SD cards, but a flying monkey which means somebody in the chicken stick realm, or Andy's realm, or her realm, her sister, somebody in her family broke into the trailer, stole the SD cards. They never made it to law enforcement, and now she doesn't know where they are because the flying monkeys came in and took them.
This realm, if you pay close attention, hell, you ain't even got to do that, really. It's becoming known to do the dirty work of perpetrators. It's not hard for a perpetrator or guilty or anything else to pick up real quick that they can use this realm. Defense attorneys, shit like that, are doing it too. It's pretty goddamn apparent. And it ain't a joke. It's not some sort of ludicrous thing. It's not crazy. It's real, in fact. We all watched a couple cases that I can name. I've watched you fuckers insert contaminate, do whatever your goddamn levels of propaganda and QAnon way there.
Abby Blue, Linda's just got dropped last year. Your case has been dropped for about 3 years now. I get it. I get it, chicken. I get it. However, it seems sus that you tried to sue me with Jodi, and I don't know why when you don't live around Summer and you don't know Summer. You shouldn't know anything about Summer's case that should make you want to sue me and Jodi together. It doesn't make sense. I've asked you several times to come speak to me about the lawsuit, about Jodi, about your friendship with her sister, about the feds following her sister around in black cars taking pictures, where I covered a couple weeks ago with Benny. Not with Benny, but he was on my panel once and I recovered it. But why are you on here in Squall's chats like right after Summer goes missing? Talking to Squall behind the scenes, not in her chat. You were in her group, the length of my mind or whatever. Jodi's talking about in this. No, Abby Blue, you sued me for what? Do you want me to get the papers? There was nothing in it really against me, except for I stuck up for Jodi Sue. If you're not, but you are a YouTuber. When you come out here on Squall's panel, let me show you something. Jesus Christ. Let me show you something. Chicken on a stick, who's not a YouTuber. What would y'all consider this? I might have to go to my channel instead of this. Hold on. Yeah, let's do that. What would you all? She's not a YouTuber. Okay.
To me, and
Right.
and
Well,
it's like
you know,
I mean, okay, you know, with this Johnny Depp trial going on with Amber Heard and all that, it's not.
Why? Abby Blue. Why? Why did you give 4 interviews? You don't know Summer. You heard about Summer through Jodi and Luke, which I thought you and Jodi didn't talk for 5 years. How was you being paid to be railroaded? Nobody asked you to come here. I didn't know your name. You wasn't a neighbor to Summer Wells. Nobody knew who you was. How are you being railroaded, honey? I was railroaded because I figured out who the fuck you were. Somebody stalking Jodi for the last 5 fucking years, right? And you got a little fucking pissed off and went and took me to court. However, then you went on to Sages trying to stop information from Shay coming out about a crime 30 years ago you still won't fucking speak about. We were paying to save Jodi. How am I paying to save Jodi? Who am I paying? You're sick in the fucking head. I never even spoke to Luke. Happy Blue. You heard about a vulnerable girl with parents that didn't give a shit, so you had to come out and trash Jodi Sue all the way back her whole life. Talk about her whole life. That's you coming out and defaming her, right? Wouldn't that be you being the one that needs to be sued? Hold on. We're going to get there. This is a good derailment. Where should we go? Hold on, let me find a good one here.
I would like to, I wish that I could, talk to you, but it's just, it hasn't worked out to this point. I know you believe I'm related to Squall. I don't know who Squall is. You're putting me with Marlena Cross.
Out to Squall. I reached out to Chicken, she'll tell you. I reached out to Shay, and I reached out to another person. And I said, be careful, because I don't know what's going on with Jodi Sue Brown. She's threatening people. The thing is with me is that I try to protect people. Anyone that's ever been in my lives hears me all the time saying, be careful of this, watch out for that, you can get scammed for this, because I'm a mother hen at nature. That's my nature. That's exactly what I did. Squall pulls me in right away, right after the, time zone comment. She posts something, unsends it, and then tells me she's afraid. And I'm like, oh my God, let me help her. And I'm like, well, I don't really know how to help you. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I can't tell you, well then why in the hell did you contact me? I didn't write that, of course. You know what I mean? So then it just, she starts trying to siphon. All right, Chicken, you can go ahead and say what you got to say, honey.
Can you give me just a second?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on just a second. I'm sorry. Can you continue?
Yeah, sure can.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right, baby. And so I explained to her, this is the next thing that was said. I explained to her that I had reached out to Shay to get, because I had sent a message to the wrong Squall. it's hers, but it was the wrong one. Evidently, she doesn't check it because my comment had sat there forever and it was unread on Facebook Messenger. So I reached out, this is a long time ago, I reached out to Shay and I was like, hey, do you have her, do you know what her profile picture is on Facebook so that I can message her? Didn't tell Shay what I was going to contact her for, anything, but it was to warn her. So Shay tells me, I go look for it. Boom, I get it. I send her a message. She had already sent me, Squall had already sent me links, though, in an email about what I had posted on my community tab. So then she tells me to reach out to her in Messenger. Well, I was reaching out to the wrong messenger. So that's when I contacted Shay. Shay tells me who it is, what to look for, what the profile picture was. So I do. She immediately I tell her, I said, hey, I reached out to Shay. I didn't tell, and I was trying to say, I didn't tell Shay what I wanted to talk to you, Squall, about. Because I was supposed to be responding about what she had written me in the email message, which was the links concerning my community tab. So me being the nice person I am, just like if you call me and I got you on speakerphone, I'm going to immediately say, hello, I got you on speakerphone. I'm going to let you know so that you don't embarrass yourself. So that's what I said to her. I said, hey, I reached out to Shay, I was, sending messages to the wrong account. I didn't tell Shay what, I was reaching out to you for. She immediately tells me how to lie to Shay. She immediately was like, well, tell her this. And I'm like, well, I'll just tell her the truth. I did. Because Shay wrote me back, and she's like, well, did you get a hold of her? And I was like, yeah. Shay can go back in her messages and she can see. But immediately Squall was telling me to lie to somebody for no reason. Okay, so that was 2 little blocks, 2 little bubbles. Trying to get my time zone, telling me to lie to somebody. Her next one was telling me to watch out for locals. Made sure that I could figure out who that local was by everything that she wrote. And then came right out and told me who the local was. Okay. All right. You ready, chicken?
I am. Was it me? Was I the local?
No.
Okay. I'm so okay. This is crazy. I did not call all of Shay's live. I have not called all of your live. There's a lot going on. Shay's live. Like I said, I didn't listen to all of it, but there were some things that were said that I do not agree with. I was not
Shay's live or my.
Bitch, I never doxed you. I never doxed you. What are you talking about? You couldn't even pull it up. It's not even in the fucking court report. I never fucking doxed you. I took a picture of you, took you out of the fucking picture. It was just your body. I removed you. I put you in a Hogwarts fucking hall with a fucking Sherlock fucking Holmes hat on. And I put Benny in the picture and you're running around telling people Benny's your son. That's your son. That's your son. I'm in your son's school. Where's Andy B or anybody I trust? I don't trust Andy B. Why don't you answer that since you were the one friends with him for so long? I tell Andy all the time I don't trust him and I think he's a woman abuser. I don't think Andy was sorry when he came on my panel and talked about abusing Jodie Sue. Well, you coddled him and said Jodie Sue started it, just like the Amber Heard. On your very first live. Chicken. I never gave your address to Killer Looks. I never spoke to Killer Looks behind the scene. Why would I give Killer Looks your address? I have never once, I don't even know Killer Looks' real name. Where did I do that? Can you show me? And why isn't that in the court papers? Your full name is Amanda Athey. You put them in legal court papers that are public online. Saying someone's name is not doxing them. Johnny Depp is an actor. MGK's real name is Coulson. They're not going to fucking sue me for that. My name is Crystal Sims. I was born Crystal Stanley. I married one time prior to being a Sims, and that was a Mulvey. That's not doxing somebody. You need to read your laws about doxing. No, I don't fucking believe you. You don't fucking make sense. And that's not doxing. You put us in a court order where Benny announced it, where everybody went and looked. You made your address and your name public. Honey, not me. I wrote Jodi behind the scenes and told her who you were in a private message. That's not doxing you. Oh, yeah, because now you're playing fucking games. Now I don't give a fuck about you. I'll dox you today, tomorrow. I'll dox your mother, your fucking father, your fucking siblings. Keep fucking with me. You see how that goes? Keep fucking with me. I'll destroy your fucking life, bitch. Why don't you stay out of my fucking chat and quit harassing me under 10 different fucking profiles? Writing me and trolling me. Look how you sit in the background so that when I'm talking about you, you can lunge. You watch my every fucking live. You're right, I don't have a life. My kids are grown, they're raising their own. That's why I'm on YouTube. Look, there's my life. Come here, I don't have a life. Come here. Does Mimi have a life? Nah. Nah. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi, Happy Blue.
Hi, Happy Blue.
Say I'm Mimi's life.
Mimi's life.
Kiss my ass. All right, out. I'm live. Out. Out. I'm gonna put Jodi back on since she's blocking me now. Oh, wrong one. Perfect timing, bitch.
Careful shit sells so well that it overturns even verdicts and shit. I've seen it. I've seen that cop killing bitch up north walk with this same group inserted. That fucking bitch deserves the electric chair. It's just how like you can't no, absolutely on it. See that shit in Delta Island on. Right. See what the fuck this group does for its buddies in courtrooms and all this. Goes, whoopsie, we didn't know. Oh my god, it's like, oh dear. Doug was with friend, dude. Oh goodness. He watches their manage to pull off even here locally and local shit. Like, this goddamn group, though, love dirty players. We can't burn with every goddamn thing. Capable of it, too. Not a joke, not a lie, not crazy. Shit, it's real. So pardon me if closing out the button ain't gonna do it, dudes, you know. Just ain't. This whole giant mess of bullshit, right? And only crazy people mention the word psyop, right? Before it was something else. I can't remember these two people. What was that shit they were talking about with Hell, it used to be thought of as whatever too, but as you can see, that's being done online as well, and through online means. But really, when it boils down to it, you do have this particular group of true crime, tragedy, pimp, con artists, criminal bastards, web sleuths, modulators, manipulators, failed ass, this, that, and the other, degree holders, people after shit, clout chasing, fame whoring, book selling, whatever, right? Using their degrees in the background to do fuck shit. This place absolutely goes real life. Does get off and kick the shit out of the animals at the pet and zoo. Absolutely does use psychological and emotional manipulation. Absolutely does use true fake actors, provocateurs, real life sons of bitches every time in every case to crawl across the ground, make people feel ways of saying da da da, and more dangerous than are this, that, da da da, right? And it's a hell of a thing if you experience it. You know, it is a version. I mean,
I'm going to move on from this one and on to the next one because I don't think I have any more to say about this one. Here's what just happened. This bitch came in my chat, blocked herself, proved herself to be a liar, admitted to working behind the scenes with Luke Wood because Luke and Jodi was telling her shit. So she just told me her and Jodi was working behind the scenes before after their 5-year fight. Like, that's what this bitch just did in my fucking chat. She ain't nothing but a fucking liar. She waits for me to go live. And when I'm talking about her and it's something that's going to threaten her existence, she comes in my chat and attacks. Andy B is not my friend. Andy B comes over and gives me information, makes me think Andy B is innocent of something. However, you were the one playing fuck stick shit games with Andy B being his friend with Nana for life and all them other people, right? Tell me, chicken, what Elliots are you related to? Chicken. Tree chicken. You know what that is? The iguanas. So Luke is a local friend of Jodi Sue. No, Luke was a local friend of Jodi Sue. He's Cool Hand Luke. Jodi has spoken about him many times. They're the people in the background. Jodi has been speaking about this man for 3 fucking years. Nobody listens to the names Jodi's saying, just the names Fred's saying. But Luke is a friend of Chicken on a Stick, I was told by Jodi, cheated on her husband with. And they were in Squall's Facebook group the very first day Summer went missing, like the first people in there commenting and just like strange shit, hating on Jodi really fucking bad. And I had caught it and I had sent it to Jodi. Jodi said Chicken's name out loud on a live, and Chicken sued me with Jodi. And then accused me of putting her son online, saying Benny was her son. She struck me over and everything. I had to take the picture down and blur her face. A tree chicken is an iguana that gets too cold, that falls out of a palm tree, and they collect them and eat them, and it's gross. Down in Florida. I just found that out this summer. I covered it one night on here, and then when they said they ate them, I had to take it off. We thought they were eating the dogs and eating the cats. No, they're eating the fucking iguanas. It's gross. But she came out here under the name Chicken on a Stick. That was her original name, Appy Blue. So I just gave her a new name. She's Tree Chicken. All right, so we're going to move on a little bit to, and my grandkids are in danger with me. Do you see all the danger? Here comes the CPS calls again. All right, I didn't watch that one yet. I want to go to this one. Hold on, let me make sure it's turned up for you guys. This is what Jodi does even now. She'll come on, it'll be silent. We're going to wait for her. Or she'll play 10 songs that you ain't allowed to listen to, thinking that you can get it struck. No, you just cut it, skip it. Oh, here she comes. No? She's just going to have the whole world stare at her. Oh my God.
All right, guys, I'm here. I don't want to be.
Then why are you?
I feel like hell, quite frankly, and seems like a good day to snack and chill, and got a few things to do, but yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Point is, whatever. It's just where I'm at right now, right? I just don't want to be here. However, unfortunately, after a really good day and night, etc., had some tech issues, so I had to go about compiling some of your pieces of shit, old school, which ensured that, well, couldn't miss some of your old bullshit. Right. Because I know what's up. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. I'm just sort of checked out, removed from it lately. Just, yeah. I know what the fuck y'all doing. I've been knowing. Anyway, but it's, so I had to listen. It weighs to some of you. Which is fucking terrible. Always is. But, anyway, hopefully I'll have things fixed today and going forward, or do I have to go through this fucking nightmare again? And I can just check right back out for the most part. So I have a few orders of business here before I have to address fucking Hans Hill over there and the stupid that just occurred. First order of business, dear Pizzagate, Pennsylvania. I'm gonna need you to stop it. Stop it. Okay?
Is somebody ordering pizzas to your house or something under my name? I don't understand it. She keeps calling me Pizzagate, Pennsylvania. I think she's talking about me, unless she's talking about somebody else from Pennsylvania. But it sounds like she's talking about me with the things she says after this. But Jodi, I don't know what you're talking about when you say Pizzagate. The only Pizzagate I know of is Ernie. So could you please elaborate so I can confirm or deny? The fuck?
Lord God knows means that anybody gives it attention, Jesus Christ, then it'll really wear skins and mimic and parrot and
Name of my life.
cat and do whatever. Like, oh, God, we're friends now. You know, it does the things. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I never ever said shit about a workbench.
Oh, I need the clip.
Any of that. You're fucking. You know what? No. What was it you said when you were on?
You did say it. You did say it. Oh my. Oh my mind. Let me see if it's easily found because I think I know what video it's in my 456 something in this one folder. Because I wear your skin. No, I just think you're guilty of something. I don't know what it is, but trust me, I don't want to wear your skin. I have enough of my own scars. Hold on here. Oh my. 484. Hold on, I think I know what video it is though. So we could do this. Where you at? Wearing Andy's Sublime shirt. You was wearing Andy's skin while you was talking about it, girl. Hold on. One of these. Hold on, this needs edited a little bit. It's shitty. Here's how I do my editing. That's as much as I do. I put a filter on. I mean, I edit when I make my videos and shit, but as far as clipping and making it look better so that you can see it. There we go. Antique so you can see it. Let's make sure we turn it up loud. I like my music real loud, real loud. You ever hear that song by Mac Miller? It's a fucking awesome song. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to try this again in a different way. I've watched for months as Keys and Cher and others before I ever moved out of that road got a hold of this family. I've watched and I've listened up close and personal as they have hammered and hammered at the Candace bullshit in Dawn's ear. Day and night, day and night. Now that seems really funny, and I've thought so for a while, considering in the past couple weeks where I know that those two sit. Amongst these other groups. Creators, whatever the fuck. I have watched as Candace has begged him to please stop talking to him. Because, I mean, that would hurt any of your feelings, right? Any of you. For your damn husband or anybody else to stand there and be listening to people or continuing to talk to people that are just shitting on you. day in and day out. But that's what these types do. Just like Andy did to me for years. They don't care if you hear it. They don't care if you see it. That's what he did to me all around town and to everybody that will listen, every store clerk, cashier, that's what they do. Oh, you're bad, but they want you to hear other people. They like those accolades. They like whatever. They like flying monkeys. This is what they do, except he's doing it a different fucking way, in a little bit of a different way. In my opinion. Because what the fuck do I know, right? And I watched her find her voice. I watched her go out to the parades and try to get past the anxiety and other stuff for summer. And then every time, like with Chris McDonough and all these others, I watch her get positive feedback and it start turning to summer and attention for summer. And then I actually watch Keys and Dawn and everybody else take that back and make it into the Dawn shit show again. And then there she is inside, and every time she tries, the internet beats her down, takes her voice again, pushes her closer to the fucking abuser. I watch as the house is fucking filled with people that she doesn't even know they're on fucking line that seem to make friends with them suddenly and do weird shit like shaving their head and competing online with, oh, but I've prayed in Summer's room and lit fucking candles. Like, how twisted is that shit? I watch suddenly it goes from her, just surrounded by people. Not even time to think or be alone. Not time to greet, nothing, not anything. As I'm told, not even allowed to be upset around Dawn because that upsets Dawn, and only he's allowed to be upset. And if I talk about it, then that upsets, but here he is in the background, that's all he talks about. And shits on her at the same time. That's real humane. Same guy I watched take off on dope fucking runs for days and leave them without. Come back and suddenly believe in Jesus every 3 days. Same guy I watched make sure to bring shit into that house every day at a certain time, but barely enough to fucking eat, or not enough to eat for everyone, but has fucking money to suddenly drop on fucking engine money all you want all day long for anything that's whatever, but barely enough to fucking eat for people in the house. The reason he can't fucking tolerate Grandis is because, while she's there, shit's not as tolerated. Shit's not as looked over. First time I watched that shit show go down was after the fucking rest last year. This whole pissed off because, Candace left after he fucking beat her. Never mentioned a word about the boys. When, Voldemort had me in the truck one night with fucking Voldemort were going to do me, hold power over me, not even a fucking name. So yeah, he can kiss my ass too. That name's no longer going to hold any power over me. None. But I watched as her and her mom, they were gone because he'd hit her. And when Andy goes up there with him in the fucking truck, and it's not a word about the boys. It's only about, they took my daughter. She took my daughter, my daughter, my daughter.
That's what it should be, Jodi.
This guy who turned to me, who honestly, after the shit show with Voldemort / Andy, One night I couldn't get off that fucking hill with the car. Or I was going to go off the fucking cliff. So Don takes me out to the store, the groceries I need, and honestly, I was more comfortable with him in the car than I was and still would be with Andy. And that's a fucking fact. Even though I knew by that point the sexual assault allegations were real, I knew what he was, still more comfortable in the car with him than my own abuser. But he turned to me at night and admitted to the sexual assaults, and then. So to say that, or to later on turn and be like, oh, well, you're a bad friend, you're bad this. Well, I mean, you said it to me, so whatever. You said it. You said it to me. And, just get it off the fucking internet like everybody else. To watch this person that I know to have sewn up fucking animals to anesthesia and shit all over the place. To watch all the things I've watched through the years. To know that it seemed purposeful every day that something was pushed into that house. So everybody else be passed out by fucking dark.
Do you all remember the other day when I said that Jodi didn't only tell us about Andy selling drugs to the Wells when everybody made a big deal out of it, that she was doing it very early on? To know that things were being pushed into that house so everybody would be passed out by dark. These videos are scary when you go back and listen to them. And these are truth, because it's right after summer happened and emotions were real and these motherfuckers didn't know what to do.
For me, I have my doubts about all kinds of shit. And I'm not saying people are guilty or not guilty. I do know that shit is not right here. And did anybody notice what was done right before he hit her tonight? See what he made sure to do? He made sure to violate that fucking gag order. In a double hit way.
This was the night that Dawn hit Candace on Molly Go Lightly.
To where he ensured that he just took every last hope of everything from her. And I mean, was that the plan? Does this money really play into that? I mean, because I assure you there's more money back there than what was actually raised. I know this to be true, so do others. Far more. I still think there's different reasons for the meddling from these YouTube groups around Candace and Dawn and everything else, other than just that money. But maybe at a certain point that's worth it. Maybe hearing all those months, Candace is this, Candace is that in your fucking ear changes your body language. Or maybe you're such a good liar or con that you can throw off shit. Because, people that fall on a certain spectrum of a scale, psychopathy scale, whatever, they can pass lie detector tests. They can change their body language too. But also you can fuck with a normal person hard enough to get their body language to change. false confessions, all kinds of shit. But knowing what I do, if I had my picks, it wouldn't be Candace that I'd think was fucking guilty. And that's because of what I've seen and heard up close and personally for years. And I think I just said personally instead of personal. But I don't feel real good right now. And this has been some triggering shit. Between that and the baby shoe and the fucking car earlier. Knowing what kind of danger that poor kid's fucking in now. Which I've kind of known from the get, but whether it's fucking Andy's or not is yet to be seen. But it kind of makes sense with shit that's been going on for the past year. And things that were dropped, hints, whatever. Car seats in the back of fucking cars. Makes perfect fucking sense. Either way, there's definitely, and my own kid's shit being stolen. And to give away. And then that last movie thing, one of the last. Telling me that somebody had a kid that I knew didn't, that, yeah. It all makes sense. Either way.
Whose kids? Andy claims he wasn't cheating. She's finding children's shoes in her cars. If there's a ring of any sort and Andy is moving children, since he wasn't with Becca since Tillians broke up, according to him, whose fucking shoe was in the car? That's what I want to know. Why is he borrowing videos? What children does he need to keep amused? Just things I think about. Maybe it's because I'm so crazy, like Chicken on a Stick said.
Right.
Oh, the possibilities.
Yeah. Or people kept eating that and shit for months, yeah. Either way. Same shit. Triggering fucking shit. And then I end this triggering ass day. There's been several days of triggering ass shit, like people targeting my children and feds at the door, and oh, y'all just have no clue. None.
So the feds came to her house. This was the first time they came to her house, and it was because somebody said that Andy said he seen Summer's dead body and that they had Summer's dead body in their home. Now, this was right after her and Andy broke up. To me, she seems like she's in a safe spot. Kind of looks like a hotel. However, I think it's the trailer she lives in now. While she was telling people she was in a domestic violence situation and needed to be shuffled from hotel to hotel, while she collected gift cards and got mad at Candace because Candace didn't give her a gift card. Or while she tried to sell her shirt for charity, all the money was supposed to go to Summer Wells because she searched her sweaty ass for Summer Wells and now she's a fucking celebrity, right? She got to sell her shirt. She heard the scream and searched for Summer. It was all supposed to go to charity, but when it didn't go to charity because it only sold for $16 and she only got $16, she got really fucking pissed off. Then she created her domestic violence line that she has in her About Me section. It still sits there. That doesn't go directly to domestic violence. It goes to her. And she's never sent one receipt. Teesprings pays her. She's never sent one receipt that anybody's bought anything or that anything's gone to any domestic violence shelter at all, if anybody's bought anything from her.
But to end this day watching her get hit, audio come out of him saying that with her, then hearing him not take her last hope of anything ever returning to her, and knowing for years that she was trapped in a box, just like I fucking was, with money in his pocket every day, but she did whatever she could to get those kids to free activities, out places. But watching him, I mean,
Hold on, guys. I gotta switch the clip. Which one was this? The 16-minute one.
so, I just don't understand how someone that's an obvious predator comes this, but I also do because I've watched for months while in there is Cher, Keys, and everybody else before I even moved out there, before I even got anywhere near this YouTube mess by accident.
Where is it?
I watched as calls every day, as whatever the hell was going on in the background. I watched as the Dawn Show took hold. I watched as it was a constant, do you think Candace from these people in his ear, namely those two, which is real weird to me considering where I know they now sit with the rest of this group. And I watched as it helped further isolate her. I watched as she begged and pleaded and she asked. But now, knowing what I do, heard, things I've seen, as this last cycle went on with fucking Andy. And I've wondered for a few years now, since the worst of his shit's picked up, and as it's gotten more violent and crazy, knowing these last, it was do or die for us. And I don't care what anybody wants to believe, this wasn't baby bit or mama, anything else. This was where do we place in the cycle, the patterns I have to play. It was everything to figure out if this source, if this newest supply was good enough to leave. And it was. But during that time, we had to figure out where we were. And he can tell everybody he was done and saying blah, blah, whatever, right? That was not the case. It's what it is every time. Comes to me and says, no, I just need time. But in front of everybody else, I'm done. This is confusing shit. And you have to play the game, right? You always have to play a fucking game. But knowing those last days, here he was, just bag of meth, telling me there's coke in the fucking bay at work, hearing his nose doing what it was doing, seeing how crazy he was. Now, it does the things. Jesus Christ. Fucking psycho. Anyway, never ever said shit about a workbench. And blah, whatever, right? That was not the case. It's what it is every time. Comes to me and says, no, I just need time, but in front of everybody else, I'm done. This is confusing shit. And you have to play the game, right? You always have to play a fucking game. But no, in those last days, here he was, this bag of meth, telling me there's coke in the fucking bay at work. Hearing his nose doing what it was doing, seeing how crazy he was fucking getting and acting. The weight loss for the last couple years, and at the beginning of that cycle, a couple years ago, all of a sudden the same hint drops because Andy could never not tell on his fucking self or give himself away. Just like, oh, the BP lady's fucking having a baby, and oh, like I give a shit who mentions that, and oh, well, I know somebody that has a kid that needs this movie, and always giving his fucking stuff away, dude. And June this, and I've been trying to whatever since, and I need to quit my job, and you'll see it'll ruin our lives if you don't let me. Basically telling me he got too close to a piece of pussy, and if I didn't let him get away from her, then it was going to do whatever, right? Because he thought he could slip away from her that way, and life could continue, and he could be, and I would stay, like, I know. But now, and for all these years, I tried to take from everybody in town. It's like, man, is he on that stem fast? Because he lost so much weight, right? Because his fucking fat ass would sit on me all them years and beat on me. And the more weight loss, it was, it was harder for him to do, but kept telling everybody, no, no, no. And then lately, man, he was just looking like shit. Like fucking shit and acting crazier. The more that was happening, the more trips he was making over there to Dawn to see him, and there was this whole thing, and he had to hurry up and get there. And now I wonder, I told everybody now, I was like, no, he's not stem fast, he's not on meth or nothing. But man, maybe he was smoking fucking, not notice, not to be able to tell, because he was.
So we heard her say she's found Andy with big bags of meth. And many of these videos, it's 400 and some videos. I don't have the time to go through them all with you. But she talks about Andy and his math back then. She talks about his flying monkeys, his mother, the kind of life that they lived prior to Summer going missing when their children were little. Jodi has a lot of information about the man her and the couple her and Andy were. Summer has changed who Jodi is. I don't think Jodi took Summer. I think Jodi knows something. I think other people played money in the games and Jodi caught them because she was trying to play her own money games. Trying to collect anyway. Everybody feel sorry for me, feel sorry for me. And then the people that were doing the big money games came in. I think Andy could have set her up. I think her own sister could have set her up. We spoke about it earlier in the chat about the SD cards. What flying monkey took the SD cards, Jodi? Amy? She's the only one that would have access to your home. Your sister. Right? While the feds are following her around, taking pictures of her. We listened to that just a couple days ago. About a week ago. One second, guys. I'm going to let this play. My son just came in.
Doing fucking pills and shit too from his mom and everybody else, dude. And I kept begging for them to fucking stop. Because what little empathy that motherfucker did have didn't need to be fucking taken. And nobody listened to me like nobody ever fucking does until. Right? But now I wonder. And it plays back into me like, you watch these men. You watch the fucking abuse, you see it, you experience it up fucking close. See the fucking tricks and the dirty shit they can pull, and man, the regular public, they have no fucking idea what these monsters can do. What kind of manipulation they're capable of. Greed is always at the center. Themselves, women and children last. Public faces versus faces at home. You watch as they go on 3 and 4 day, week-long supply they've got. And you're trapped in boxes. You have nowhere to run. They won't take your mail. Children, 1-800 numbers. Bullshit. They turn everybody around you into a flying fucking monkey.
Damn it, y'all need to yell at me. You. Darlene, I can, but it won't be this live. I'm going to have to go through all the clips. Was it the one we played earlier? She mentioned Luke in there? Or was that Chicken on a Stick came in and mentioned Luke? I don't know where that is right now. I'd have to do some real searching. So, but I can. We've spoken about it. I got screenshots with Luke in the groups and all that other stuff, all the stuff I sent to Jodi. However, I think Jodi should do with what she wants with it because they are stalking her if it's true. However, I think it's Jodi, Luke. I think there's a group of them that play fucking games. Her sister included. Chicken on a Stick. Yeah, I'm going to have to look for it, Lorianne. It was the night Jodi came on. Green Eyes was calling. No, it wasn't that night. I do have it. Let me look for it. If I find it, I'll show it. It was in Whispers. She has a live labeled Cool Hand Luke. You could go to her channel and put in Cool Hand Luke and it should come up. Benny also has talked about him. Okay. Anyways, I got to go in like now 28 minutes to babysit. My son's taking his girlfriend out for dinner for Valentine's Day. They worked yesterday. Well, he worked yesterday and couldn't do nothing.
Your family, your friends, random ass people you don't even know at gas stations, at work, places they are.
Damn it. No, this time I didn't even have my face on. I'm talking. Darlene, I actually have a phone call recording with Jodi Sue where she talks about Luke. I will play that. I know where that is and I know fact where it is. Tonight when I come back, I'm going to try to come back. I'm not making no promises. I seem to tell you guys, I promise I'm coming back, and then my chaotic life takes a turn here at home and it doesn't happen. So, but I do have proof of this, Luke, and I do have Jodi and myself even having a conversation about him. He has been in my chats threatening me at one point way back when. He has left me nasty comments from here and there. He's been in other people's chats. Squall Tick, Gavel Geeks, all over. I heard Andy say after summer, well, he'd given up the dream of having some fantastic extreme marijuana. Yeah, Andy's sick. I believe Jodi Sue. This is what I believe. I don't believe Jodi Sue now backtracking everything she once said. But when the emotions were raw and all this was just happening and he was just leaving her, I believe this.
You watch these men have a fortune to spend on themselves, their habits, but not their children, not you. But then they turn around and they say that it's all you. It's all about my family, right? But then you live with these monsters. You live next to them. You see that the cops don't listen. Your friends, flying monkeys, your family. Oh, but what I do know is that if I had my picks, it wouldn't be Candace. Oh, and it's not just because of that tonight. It's because of the weird shit behind the scenes, too. That final, I took everything from you in that one audio tonight. Seems real purposeful to me. Nothing left, right? Can't even feel how they feel at home because your feelings are more important. While you stand there and you talk shit about them to people who disrespect them and talk shit about them, it's not what a team or a couple does. What the fuck is that? The fuck is that? What do these people behind the scenes have to gain? Once again, what do these fucking YouTubers have to gain? Man, there are so many things in play in motion here. So many cogs of deception to all of this. And do I think it's just to get to Candace or to get to Donnie? Nope. I think the money, I think the Q, the Penny, the Scott, all of these things, Chase, all of these other people involved, these little channels, these whatever, they're there for all kinds of other reasons. Not just the weird ass evidence being found, the tears of these people, the tears as in, not like so many things wrong here. But then to maybe find somebody that's like Andy and Dawn that wouldn't care about doing something like that to their already victim. For money, especially, dude. And see, it's not that I've ever been protecting Candace. Like I said, we weren't even friends. Like, really, I mean, we were neighbors. Just neighbor stuff. But I knew from that day that if I had my picks, it wouldn't be her. And that's how I still feel. And I am still, even at this point, holding my fucking tongue. And maybe I shouldn't be. but I know that it's best that I don't speak on the rest until I calm the fuck down with a cooler head and I feel better. Because I'll tell you right now, it's a rough ride today and tonight. My own fucking abuser watching his face pop up in Messenger for no reason at the very top of my fucking list as I was tapping a conversation to talk to one person. It swaps out to his after all these months being gone, and I know fully fucking deleted with the rest of his fucking accounts. There it is, and I hit it, and it pops up to a fucking conversation in 2018. It's talking about love you, whatever, and picture. There's this fucking picture he sent me of himself, right? Like, fuck. And here's the baby shoe in the car today that's fresh and new and underneath the seat. I'm like, oh, okay. And then this. But I'm telling you, there's something real fucking up here. And then watching the public YouTube do rather, what they did tonight. That was the lowest thing I've seen fucking humanity do, and that should tell anybody who knows me quite a bit. Because I've seen some shit in my day. But I did watch some humans in chat go, man, why are we not calling? Who's calling? And I guess those are the little lights in the darkness, the people I guess you want seen. Bye if you need them and help in public or something, because fuck me, 80% of them wouldn't give a shit. And they'd think it was okay because here are 2,000 other people watching it or cheering it on. Trying to excuse it because there was drinking involved. Man, there ain't no excuse for any of that.
I'm muted.
I don't care if it's...
Again, can you hear me? I wasn't on. Yeah. I don't believe Jodi would be the human she is today if Summer hadn't gone missing. That's the honest to God's truth, in my opinion. My opinions are my opinions only. My channel's based on speculation. I guess it's entertainment. I don't. TMZ does it. Jodi wants it stopped on every fence. She'll tell you Bobo's good and then tell you Bobo's bad in the same sentence. Just strange, you know? All these things she said about Andy finding coke in the work bay, and you can't trust his co-workers, that they would lie for Andy. We hear in interviews I've heard, I don't know where they're at or even where to start going to look. I don't know if any one of you will confirm this, but we heard, I think it was Fred that said Andy would often borrow vehicles from work to leave his job in. Yes, Darlene, they need to hear her information, not so much her. I feel bad for Jodi. I believe her. Andy abused her. I heard it with my own ears. I heard it from a court-appointed person. I believe Jodi tried to change. However, Jodi's also in her 30s with 2 children saying she's chasing the KKK in the woods with Black Lives Matters. Come on now. She's no angel. So I'm going to go because my kids are getting antsy. They want me to babysit so they can go out and have dinner. I'm going to try really hard to come back tonight. I'm going to leave this whole screen up and open a new screen while I sit here and research and do other things so that I can continue right where we left off. I'll cut this video where it's at. Yes, he was allegedly checking out the vehicle. Yeah. Oh, my grandson stole his mom's ice cream. He stole both of them. She got these 2 little pints from this place called Jenny's. It's so good. All right, guys, I'm going to go help. Peace and love. Pesamore to you all. Lisa K, call CPS. Hurry up. My daughter-in-law's yelling at my grandson for stealing her ice cream. Holy shit. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Hopefully tonight I'm going to leave this tab right where it is and pray nothing happens to my computer. Bye.